Well, we are here today with Dr. Griffis with the Hort Legends interview. So thank you, Dr. Griffis, for your participation and willingness. And I want to start off with our first question. What is your horticultural specialization, and what are the primary positions you have held?
Well, probably different than some horticulturists. So the specialization spread over two or three things, although um, mostly foliage production, foliage plant production. So, um, but I also do quite a bit of work with tropical fruits. So a little bit different than some, and those are not necessarily related. So, positions. Coming out of graduate school, I was director of research in a biotechnology company for several years. I was managing director for a greenhouse business. And then when I got hired by Florida Southern College, so kind of go through the sequence from lecturer to assistant, associate, professor. University of Hawaii, I was an assistant specialist. And now at Florida Gulf Coast University, I'm professor again, horticulture. Yeah,
Wonderful. Thank you.
sure.
What has horticulture meant to your life and your career?
Well, it's been a long career. I guess it's interesting a bit. My father was a farmer, so we had, of course, cotton, but we grew vegetables. And my grandmother was a big avid gardener, so I always enjoyed gardening with her. So when I first went to university, my father didn't want a farmer. Fathers want doctors, they always do. But anyway, after starting out with following chemistry, getting a degree in chemistry, I decided I would switch over to horticulture because I enjoyed plants. So I think it's been a good career because I enjoyed doing what I do. Some people want, I think most people try to enjoy what they do, but some people don't. They have expertise. But I think it meant a lot because I actually enjoyed working with plants. So that's a little bit different than some of them. But anyway, it allowed me to have quite a number of different jobs and interesting career. Yeah.
That's a great answer. What do you consider to be the most rewarding part of your career in horticulture?
Um, Interestingly enough, it's probably the international connections it's provided, because there's demand for horticultural knowledge, I guess, and I have some, just like anyone here should have some, I guess. But and so it allowed me to travel a lot, do a lot of international projects, and yeah, I think that was most interesting. I find that probably most interesting, because you see other cultures and understand other people, but it's also generally a problem-solving exercise, and I really kind of like that in it. People laugh at me when I say, "Well, okay, I've come on a project and they've asked me to help you with tomatoes or whatever. What is it you really want?" Because we understand how the projects get approved, and sometimes what you really wanted didn't wind up there. So, and then, all of it pretty much is problem solving. This is your resources. This is what you try to do. Can we make this work? Can we figure out how to assist with that? What can we help you do? So that's really the fun part, getting to meet people and saying, let's solve these problems. Yeah.
Fantastic answer. How long have you been a member of ASHS, and how has the society influenced your career?
I joined ASHS in graduate school at the University of Florida. I don't know why, as a master's student at Texas Tech, there wasn't a big emphasis on it, maybe. And so when I went to the University of Florida, so must have joined 1980, so around there. Yeah, 79, 80, and would have been continuous except for a hiccup with 1 year where I'm moving around and forgot to do it. But I've certainly been a continuous member since going to Florida Southern 1988. So, well, I think it's been a really interesting opportunity to meet people, to find people you can work with, find people with common interests, pick up some of your, lots of expertise and the ability to work with other people. So you often meet people here and you don't know how you're going to wind up interacting with them later, but you may or may not. But you also make friends who have similar interests, and the connections are very useful. So certainly ASHS has been um, instrumental in producing lots of connections and opportunities.
Excellent. Thank you. What advice can you offer to students or young professionals in horticulture?
Something most people don't ask, but they get that answer anyway. Uh, you didn't ask for my advice, but I have some for you. Well, I think I'm not going to say pursue what you love. I thought that's kind of an interesting sort of thing. Evaluate, since you're already in horticulture, you probably already enjoy something about it, or you find something interesting about it or challenging about it. I would say, in this case, to find something that gives you a lot of opportunities. So there may be more opportunities for research, more opportunities for collaboration, more opportunities for grants, whatever that might be. Keeping in mind that if you're successful with it, you may become known for that, and you'll have to live with it forever. Well, like with my PhD program, I worked with tissue culture with coconuts, and I've kind of gotten out from under that because I haven't done it in a long time. But something like that can threaten to take over what you do. So, I mean, I think I'd tell people, be sure you like a bit what you do, but find something that offers you a lot of opportunities, and you'll probably like it because you can do all these things. Yeah.
Excellent. Our last question. What excites you most about the future of the horticultural industry and profession?
That one's pretty straightforward because I've discovered, like most people, people like to eat. It's kind of a funny habit they've got, and a lot of what they eat is horticultural things, and many of them sometimes don't realize it. But I think there's a huge interest in expansion of horticultural commodities, and so I think there's a lot of future in that. Someone could probably criticize me for saying it'll be through GMOs. It'll be through GMOs. Anyway, I'm sorry. So I haven't got much patience for the anti-GMO crowd. That's kind of an alternate earth to me. I don't. So sorry. I think, well, I think we're going to have to. We know how to control diseases and pests and things better and better with genetics, even though I'm not a geneticist, I understand that. And we'd like to stop spraying all those harmful chemicals if we could, and if we can do it through careful manipulation with genetics, then we probably will. I really do think so. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming forward. There's always new products, new flavors, new tastes, new things. There's thousands of plants that have not been correctly developed yet. So there's lots of work to do. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much
Sure.
for your time and for answering these wonderful questions and being able to be captured as a Hort legend.